Hey everybody, David Burns, and I'm pumped and excited to be with you to show you guys how to install a package of bees in the very location, the same exact spot where I made a video here on YouTube in April the 26th, 2010. I installed a package of bees. Look at this video here when I was a younger man. So I was just in this exact spot. I know it looks a little different. 16 years makes a difference. I look different, but I thought it'd be cool to make another video in the same spot installing a package again. And you can see I got a little wiser. I didn't wear a hat and veil in 2010, but I'm going to today. So join me. This would be helpful for those of you that are just getting your bees, maybe a new package, and you're a little bit nervous about how it all goes down. And today I'm going to help you do it. Let's just do it. It is so hard to believe that I have been on YouTube now for 18 years making beekeeping videos. Now spray them with a little sugar water, just like I taught many years ago. Just like I did in 2010, a little sugar water. Now you'll see a lot of differences. Cages are different. We use plastic cages now. But essentially beekeeping, how you start is still the same. Now if you're using a package like this, like one of our packages, you'll see there is a pink tab right here, and that's what you want to hold on to. So when you lift the candy cage out, you want to grab your queen cage first. So I usually put my finger there and make sure it doesn't come out when I lift the can out, and then I just want to grab it and lift the queen cage out, and then I'll put the can back down like this, and you can see all the bees are on the queen cage. And what I like to do is make sure that I can see the queen moving around, and I can see her moving around in there. So the queen is good. And then what I'm going to do is just lay her on the top bars over here out of the way, and we'll deal with her in a little bit. These packages are called Bee Bus, and they're made of plastic. Charles Linder came up with this. I introduced Charles to beekeeping many years ago, and this is one of his products along with the Pro Nuke Box. But anyway, if you look right here, now you can pull the candy can out and then turn it upside down and shake all the bees in. This is what I did in my first video 16 years ago. There's another way on the Bee Bus. You can do it with the cans, but if you look closely right here, you can just take your hive tool and kind of pry that open like this, like that. And then once these two are snapped open, you can swing this open, which we'll do in a second, and all the bees are going to be shaken out of there. So what I want to do is keep my can in there for right now, and I'm going to knock them down like this again and spray them one more time, just a little bit. Don't overdo it. All right, and then we'll take this and swing it open. Are you ready? Let's get our camera a little bit lower. All the bees will come out at once. And you can kind of shake them to speed it up. See in there? Let's let them all kind of just settle down there. And then while they're doing that, we're going to work on our queen cage. So let's go ahead and grab our queen cage, and I'll show you what to do with this. Okay, so now that we have our queen cage, you can see the queen is walking around. You can see her moving in there, maybe. And so what I like to do now is remove some of the candy. Now, I don't want to hurt her, so I'm not going to put my screw in there too far. But right now, I just want to dig out some of this candy so the bees won't have to work so hard or take so long to get this queen candy out of the way. Now, I've just produced a new product called the Burns Learning Box, and it is so awesome, and so many of you have made the pre-orders. But in that, in those lessons, there's I think 32 lessons in there about beekeeping in the field lessons. And so one of them is how to make queen candy. So if you're wondering about that, of course, I've made videos here on YouTube you can watch, but I'm going to just screw that in just a little bit here. What I'm trying to do is make a small hole through the candy, not big enough for the queen to walk out, but enough where the bees can quickly sense that she's in there and more rapidly eat through that candy. I'll show you how I'm doing that. I'm just screwing it in a little bit till it goes all the way through. Then I just back it out a little bit. Now, get that candy out of the way. Okay, if you can see in the hole, you might be able to see that if you look straight down in there, they can actually see the queen moving around through that tiny hole. Okay, so since we have our bees in this hive, we're going to push our main frames back together that the bees are on toward the middle, like this. And then what I do is when the queen is low in the cage, she's down there eating that candy, I'll put this little nail through the top of the cage like this. And that allows me to hang it between two frames. You see the queen there moving around. All right, so when we hang it, we'll just hang it like this, right in between two frames. Perfect. And now we want to put our other frames in the hive. We never want to leave frames out. So we have 6 frames in there now. Let's put 4 more in there. And the bees will go to town, starting to pull these frames out. Some of you ask questions like, should I feed my new package? Absolutely. Anytime they're drawing the frames out, which is what I'll show you here, it's just comb. It's just foundation. They need to make comb on it. Anytime they have to draw that out, it's great to feed them because they can draw it out a lot faster. Now, the frames that I like to use, this is not a paid promotion, but I like wooden frames and then acorn double wax foundation. That works really well for me. So let's give a little more space to get this last frame in. Now that we have them in there, we're going to make sure that all the frames are evenly spaced. Even though we have to watch it, the next few days, this space here is going to be a little wider because of the queen cage. That's okay. We'll come back in about 3 days and the queen will be out and we'll remove it. Now there's still bees in this cage and I'm going to show you something cool. I like to remove the can now. Let's go ahead and do that. The bees in this case built a little wax around the queen cage and on the can. Might be able to show it to you. But this is a candy that's still in there. A little bit of candy. We'll shake the bees out here. There we go. And then if you notice when I installed them, a blob of the candy fell to the bottom board. And we're just going to leave that there for them to eat. But there's still a few bees in here. And what bees are in here, you can do a couple of things. You can try to shake them out if you can, like that. A lot of times what I do, I go ahead and just leave this by the front of the hive. And that way the bees will come out. Now I'm getting ready to feed them with my Burns feeder board that so many of you have purchased this year. Thank you for your business. Appreciate it. And the best way to do it so you don't kill bees is to slide it. And that way it kind of moves bees out of the way without smashing any bees. Oh, good. And then we're going to go and we're going to put 1/2 sugar and 1/2 water. That'll be a 1-to-1 feed. And I'm going to put my additives in there. I'll leave a link to the feeder and the additives so you can do exactly what I do. I've got, like I said, I started beekeeping 30 years ago. I had a 100% success rate on all my colonies last winter, and they're thriving, as you've seen in my videos. So really suggest you follow my teaching. So let me get this filled up. I'm using my turkey feather here to gently brush bees out of the way. I'm going to be putting my feeder jars on here, at least one jar. And I need them out of the way, out of the hole here. All right, so with all the bees out of the way, we'll feed them from the top right here like that. And let's put a deep to surround our feeder. So we would put the lid on it like this, but this is not going to be their permanent home. I have to move it over there. So let me show you before the bees get their orientation flight all settled in. I'm going to pick it up and move it, and I'm going to do it simply by taking off the jar because I don't want to spill anything. And then I'm going to pick this up and carry it over there. So just reach down here, grab a good handhold on a handful of bees and start walking. Got to cowboy up and get her done. Oh boy. Good core exercise. All right, we'll get the opening facing out. And I'm going to put it right here. Perfect. Now we have a few more things to do to tidy it all up. Let me show you. Let's put our feeder back on. Get our feather out. Get the bees out of the way. Isn't that nice? Just a little turkey feather. You can use a bee brush. They're a little more bristly than a turkey feather. All right. All right, let's get our box on top here. And to help them get orientated with this location, I'm going to do this. I'm going to place something very big right in front of the hive. And this will force them to take an orientation flight and get settled down to that location. I'll remove it later. Plenty of room for them to fly in and out. Let me show you something crazy. We have gotten so much rain. Last night, we got 2 inches of rain in no time. Look at this sad event. Wow. I have never seen water in the berm like this. It'd go down pretty quickly, but 2 inches that fast all the way back up here. Crazy, isn't it? In Illinois here, we have been getting drenched with rain. I talk a lot more about the art of beekeeping that can make you a great beekeeper. I hope you watch the video. Check it out right here. See you over there, friends.